So today we're going to be reviewing Amazon Les Paul style wiring harness and some cheap pickups. This particular guitar has the Amazon pickups in it and the Amazon wiring harness. I'll leave all the links in the description below. But I have another guitar that I built that has the crappy Chinese stuff in it. I don't want to say crappy Chinese because the stuff you're getting is pretty much Chinese, but it's just better quality Chinese stuff than what you're getting. But this guitar holds up fine. There's no noise, no nothing. My guitars are shielded. I will play the guitar that I'm replacing the pickups and the wiring harness in. It's basically the same hardware when it comes to the wiring harness. This is just a pre-wired wiring harness. Now on this particular guitar over here that I did get the wiring harness for, I had to unsolder and flip them around because they had them wired backwards. Check out, see what's inside. Alright, nice little package. And then out comes your pots. Like I said, it's just a cheap, it's pretty much basically what you get with your guitar kit you get from Fretwire. This one's just wired a little different. You have the same old box switch. Come nicely packaged. It's got your screws. That's the name. I don't think you can see it. But I've used these pickups, and cheap is not always good, but when it comes to stuff you know that works, cheap can be good because the way things are nowadays, they're making good guitars with cheap stuff, and cheap nowadays is not always bad. It's getting to the point where people are coming out with stuff that will blow your mind that's cheap, in which I love these humbuckers because they are cheap, but they work. Nicely packaged. There is the bridge, and here is the neck. I highly recommend these. These are awesome. These are like the coolest pickups in the world. Like I said, I do have them in this particular guitar here, and the sound you get from it is amazing. It almost compares to Seymour Duncan, I said almost, or Guitar Fetish pickups. So I highly recommend these. This is the guitar that I'm replacing the pickups and the harness in. I did wire this guitar myself. There's nothing wrong with the wiring whatsoever. I'm experimenting with this stuff because I want to say, hey, you know, if you're on a budget, this will work perfectly fine. That's why I do the cheap reviews and cheap stuff, because I want somebody on a budget to be able to go out and buy this with confidence. You see a lot of reviews on that wiring harness on Amazon because people have to solder. You do have to solder. If you do not know how to solder, I recommend going to Guitar Fetish and getting their quick plugs. They're pretty cool. But I will do a before and after. I'll let you guys be the judge. These are dark mellow tone, which I like, but they don't have enough output. If you're jamming with somebody out like on a show or something, these won't put enough out. You can barely hear it when the amp's cranked up. Try a little bit of gain.